and welcome to our presentation about the Ansoff Growth Matrix. As you see up in the corner, it's one of our legacy models, one of the old models which has come in upgraded versions over the years, but I'll get back to what that actually means. The Ansoff Growth Matrix is actually a model which builds on a lot of different concepts and links up to a lot of different models and theories. We can talk about alliance type, relationship, sales, return on invest, 4-7Ps, collaboration models, market potentials, position segmenting, targeting, etc. So it is a model which requires a lot of work beforehand. It's this article over on the side, Ansoff, and it's actually from 1957, so it is a really old model, but it has been used broadly since then, and I'll explain a little bit why, but I'll start out with the prerequisites for using the model at all, then the market dimension, product dimension, growth options, and a little bit about the risk in the end. But the prerequisites, the general idea of this Ansoff Growth Matrix is that you're looking at a company who has some products and some markets. What can we do? Where should we grow our business from here on? So that's an analysis and a description of growth options. It's a model which requires quite a bit of groundwork before you can actually do it. You need to have a good understanding of the product portfolio. You need to have a good understanding of the market and market potentials that you're looking for. As I also mentioned, it is an older model. It's from, say, 1957, which also means that it's from a different time. It's from a time where you're looking at businesses from an industry perspective. The product was the core of the business, and adaptations were slowly and iterative over time. But when you use the Ansoff Matrix is when you're trying to analyze which direction should our company go in, our market is changing, then you can give an idea about, okay, here are my options, and in this spectrum, where can we go? There are two dimensions, as I mentioned. The market dimension is the first one, where we're looking at it from an existing market in one side to a new market on the other side. And new market means that it's a market which requires a new mission statement. Or we can look at the product development or product dimension, where we're looking at either existing products or new products. Remember that in the existing products, we can also do small adaptations. So it's not a either or, it's a continuum, as I tried to show in this graphics here. But let's pile them together, and then we get the market dimension and we get the product dimension. Now that's we do love in our marketing and business programs, a 2x2 matrix. Market penetration with our existing market and existing product line, our market development with our new market and existing product line, maybe with some adaptations, our product development with our existing market but new products, and in the corner our diversifications. But let's start with the market penetration. As Ansoff says, market penetration is the company seeks to improve business performance either by increasing the volume of sales to its present customers or by finding new customers for the present products. So it is building on what we already have, a concentric growth or organic growth most of the time. Maybe you have over the last years looked at your chips and crisps bags and wonder, there's getting less and less chips in that bag. Well, I'm a big fan of crisps and chips, so I've definitely noticed it. So why is it that the company is doing that? Well, they want to sell more, but why then put less in the bag? Well, when they put less in the bag, they're forcing me and others to buy 2 bags instead of 1. So we will actually buy more. So that's a way of enhancing the market penetration. You also see small bags in different types, so you could put into a lunchbox for the kids as well. So we have them grow up with that. The market development is that the company attempts to adapt its present product line, generally with some modification of product characteristics, to new missions or new markets. Say that's often thought of as a geographical market, but it is just as relevant to talk about different segments, a new type of users, often with a new type of usage for the product, which means that our business mission needs to be adapted, changed for this purpose. The product development is where we retain the present mission, so we want to achieve the same as a business, and develop products that are new and different characteristics, such as will improve the performance of the mission. Think of the good old Apple iPhone. When Apple introduced that, it was a product development. They did service with IT equipment and devices for general public, but the iPhone was a new product in that regard. The last area where we have both a new product and a new market is a simultaneous departure from the present product line and present market structure, which means that everything is new. This is just as good as a new startup. This is also where you see the skunk works on different companies. They try out new crazy stuff. What to do? Well, which strategy to choose is based on the company risk profile, the internal factors. So you need to do an internal analysis. How willing are they to take risks? And then the market analysis. Is there market forces which are changing? Is there interests opening up from potential partners, customers, etc., that we can use? Based on that, we can see, okay, these are our options which are available. So to sum it up, we use it when we want business to grow. We have 2 dimensions, the market and the product dimensions, which gives us 4 growth options. One of the common areas for students in the Ansoff Growth Matrix is that they think, when we're talking about existing products, we cannot adapt it to the new market, then we go into diversifications. Or if we stay in the same market, we cannot sell to new customers. You can, and for most of the cases, it will be relevant. They also have a tendency of thinking it's just those 4 and you need to be pure in either of them. That's not the case. You can look at it as a continuum. It's primarily product development, but also having different elements of market development, for example, or market penetration. And companies also most of the time address multiple growth options simultaneously. You don't have to choose just one. All right. That was it for this presentation. Thank you for listening in. Bye.